There's a fairly recent release out there entitled For the Love of Peace, and that was a sampling featuring the work of Charnett Moffett, Scott Brown, and company. In a moment or two, we'll just say hello to the East Coast and the state of Pennsylvania. Somewhere out in the night is the creator of this music, and that theme was very simply titled Mercy and Grace from the collection For the Love of Peace. Charnett Moffett, it's good to have you there.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be here.
For all of us listening, you might tell us a little bit about this project, For the Love of Peace, and that theme that you selected in those words. What inspired it?
Well, simply the love of peace itself. Peace of mind, peace for all mankind, to have a positive life where you can enjoy yourself and make the most out of the positive world that we live in.
Charnett, along the way, you work with these musicians, and once again, if you would, just tell us who's playing drums and percussion, trumpet and flugelhorn, and piano, and you at acoustic bass and fretless bass.
Certainly. Well, I'm joined here on this project For the Love of Peace with my family and friends. I've got my brothers joining me, Montre Moffett on trumpet, Cordero Cody Moffett on drums, as well as other Moffett family members, Angela Moffett on spoken words, Sharice Moffett vocals. I've got my good friend that I went to school with, Scott Brown, playing acoustic piano, and it really was a delightful project to get a chance to make music again with my family, which it had been quite a while, actually.
Oh, what a tribute to that core of music, your family. How many in the family that are musicians?
Oh, well, the entire family has played at one time or another. So I have 3 brothers and a sister here. And we all grew up naturally. Our father, Charles Moffett, who was the drummer with Ornette Coleman in the 60s. That's how I got my name. And you get the Charles, you get Char, and from Ornette you get Ned Charnett. So I was kind of born into this music and have had a huge responsibility trying to develop all of the things that I've learned from the great masters who have preceded me.
There is a master out there who I'd like you to listen to. He really emerged pre-World War II and post-World War II.
Okay.
And I thought we might listen to his solo and just get a feeling of what you hear, and in no way is it related to the music that you play except for the joy of it. And here it is. The theme, of course, is recognizable. It's Stardust. Well, there's just a sampling of that, and we deliver it to you from Minneapolis, St. Paul, because this artist grew up here and then later joined Duke Ellington's band, following Jimmy Blanton.
Oh, well.
Oscar Pettiford.
I thought it was O.P. It sounded so beautiful. I got lost in his tone, but it's interesting. As I was listening, I could hear I can hear where Ray, the great Ray Brown, had obviously was influenced by Oscar as well. So it's interesting understanding the lineage there. But no, I was going to say Oscar, actually, quite honestly, and I had the pleasure of playing some of Oscar Pettiford's material during my years of working with Monty Alexander. We would play tunes like Tricketism and so forth. So what can you say? Oscar Pettiford, obviously a master of the instrument, and hopefully I can aspire to be a part of that legacy one day.
Well, you're very modest, I'm sure. At any rate, I thought we might listen to that, and
Well, that was a treat. I thank you sincerely. Yes.
A session recorded in Vienna in his European days. And he originally comes from Minneapolis, St. Paul, from a family of musicians like yours, the Pettiford family.
That's right. Well, there's so many wonderful families in jazz, and it's just great to be a part of such a great history.
Well, it's good to touch base with you. I know you've played the Dakota here in past years, and hope that you can come back this way soon.
I hope so. It's a wonderful place. I always enjoy going there and that area. And I think the last time I was there, I was performing with McCoy Tyner, and we had a marvelous time.
And I note that the cover of Downbeat magazine, the current issue, has McCoy's profile on it. Full
That's right.
face, really, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Life with McCoy.
Well, that's certainly been a learning experience for me, as well as the other artists that I've worked with. And all of them have definitely inspired me on For the Love of Peace project. So it's definitely a feeling of coming home in more than one way.
What would you like our listeners to take with them from the experience of listening to For the Love of Peace?
Ultimately, it's a stress buster.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, to each his own, and we all have different philosophies and things that make us, perk up or whatever it may be. But I just like for people to be able to put it on and enjoy the music and not feel as intense as they may have before listening to the music. That's really the ultimate feeling, is to create a feeling of calm, ultimately.
Well, thank you for sharing that on a Saturday night in these somewhat bizarre times. And so glad you can enrich the environment with For the Love of Peace.
Well, I thank you.
Well, I've been talking with Charnett Moffett, and he sharing his compositional, improvisational skills and ability, and we just are just clinging to some of your free spirit.
Oh, fantastic.
We're a flight away, but thanks for joining us, and we'll talk again sometime in the future.
I hope so, and I hope to see and perform for all of the wonderful people there soon.
Thank you, Charnett Moffett.
Thank you.